Hello everyone, I am Loki616 and I am back playing some more ranked games of Scrolls. So let's get to this, shall we? Boom. Straight into a match. Nice. And we are up against Felwin, who's a couple of hundred places ahead of me and about 20 rank ahead of me. So let's just gulf. And I'm going to... I really don't want to throw away any of these because they're all going to be different against the different sorts. I'm going to throw away the Ducal Skirmisher. They are my least favourite of the skirmishers because I feel you're paying an extra resource for an extra health that hopefully you won't have to use. But that's just me. Let's see what Felwin's playing. And boy am I glad I didn't throw away that Spearman now. I would have felt like an idiot. I'm also going to throw away the Pother because against growth it's a little less useful. Not useless, but a little less useful. Try and gain some control on the mid board here. Next play is probably throw away the Decimation because not enough has come out yet for me to worry about. Throw down the Royal Spearman. Whoa! I was saying... yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that Ducal Infantryman, and move this Ducal Infantryman down, and then I'm going to play that Decimation. Because that leaves them both in Kabonk range, which makes me happy. Yes, Felwin could get them to pop. It'd be tricky, and, you know, okay, Ranger's Bane then. Fine, fair enough. I'm glad now that I didn't bother doing anything else because, well, I would have had to have gotten rid of one of my spearmen or something. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to throw away that Royal Spearman for cards for the moment. Just see how we go. And look, there's a Kabonk. Boom. Probably use that and then throw away whatever comes up with it because I've thrown away too many skirmishers. And I definitely want that Ducal Spearman. But we will see, won't we, folks? I hate trying to plan ahead when you haven't got a clue what's about to happen. Oh, okay. Not kabonking then. I'm going to keep the Kabonk. I'm going to throw the Royal Vanguard. I know that seems odd because I'd be able to play him next turn, but you know, the Kabonk is card draw, the Royal Skirmisher is a skirmisher and I need them. Whereas the Vanguard, while nice, I couldn't have ensured that it would pop at the right time. So, you know, what do you do? Oh, and there's another one. Fantastic. Right, let's play the Kabonk. Blessing of Haste. I really want that. No. I have other forms of haste in my deck. Let's throw this Royal Skirmisher there. And there we go. What do I reckon? I reckon she's going to try and just buff that doggy enough to just run through my entire stack. That's what I reckon. That or she might leave it down there knowing that if I want to get that 1 damage I'm going to have to go down. Meh. I'm actually thinking I'm going to move back into the mid, play the Vanguard in the very middle of the board, and then just go from there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know though, because what I could do is move now. Right, let's go with the gut instinct. Let's go with the gut instinct. Let's play a little bit more instinctive. And I want to say in the middle of the board, as if I can build up some forces in the middle of the board, the fact that Felwin can take out this outer point means that she's gonna have to start moving in. And I would really love a haste to try and put this guy in line. I mean, I know what I could have done last time was play the heritage on the spearman instead, and then played this guy this turn. At least they would be in line for the next round of attacks, but there are so many speeds in my deck. Oh, another Kabonk could be lovely. Throw that for cards for the moment. Perfect. That works for me. I could Kabonk both at the top. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move these guys down. Kabonk that one. Kabonk that one. Powerbound the guy at the front. And if he does go and take him out, I sacrifice Heritage next turn, play Imperial Resources, move my guys out of range hopefully, but who knows? To be fair, Felwin has to wonder about what this Ducal Spearman's going to do, because next turn it's going to be attacking for 3, which means that row is going to be attacking for 6 at least. Of course, if she does manage to take out that Spearman, I play the Waking Stones in the middle, move these guys back into the mid, and just go with that. No big deal. Really want to get to that Imperial Resources though, because that starts putting me into I am well ahead territory. What's Felwin's plan? Felwin's plan appears to be not doing anything at the moment. DC possibly? No, moving up. Gonna kill that front guy. Gonna need another 5 damage to kill the guy behind him though. Sacked for resources, and I think rallying is 6. God hand is 8, so... Oh, rallying is 5. I take it back. Still, he does go, at least. Front guy dies if I play the Waking Stones there and nothing else. So let's throw this Powerbound for cards, shall we? Focus. Pushback. No haste, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Waking Stones here. He kills. Heritage can go down on him because obviously this growth deck does have some direct damage. Not a massive amount, but some. I'm actually half expecting a Ranger's Bane to come out and get my Royal Vanguard. Yeah. Next turn, hopefully I'll be able to kill that wolf by focusing down the Royal Skirmisher. Again, another turn without playing Imperial Resources, but I'd rather try and clear the board first if I can, or at least of the big threats. Oh, resources, that's not good. Brother of the Wolf in front. Gravehawk in front of that. Ow, now that's painful. Oh, another Imperial Resources. Let's see if I can... Yes, there we go. That's the turn. Right, Decimation, that row. Blessing of Haste. He kills the front one. Still need the focus. That's fine by me. Cool. This turn, I have to sack. Get the Imperial resources going. Because it'll start healing up my Vanguard. Well, at least they're now in line. Binding Root. Oh, damn it. Brother the Wolf. Played at the top, though, so he's just going to try and haste Wolf. Seriously, dude. Gonna have to set that for resources to play the other two. Fair enough. I know I could have just waited another turn, but waiting a turn with 6 resources available doesn't seem particularly smart, does it? Just play the Imperial resources next turn, I imagine. Another heal on that Royal Vanguard would mean that definitely out of range of killing him with a Wolf, I think. Unless he goes and plays like 2 or 3. Haste Wolves do only cost 1. Oh, another Brother of the Wolf though. Oh, I should have moved him down behind the stones. That would have been smart. That would have been smart. Let's cast that. I'm going to throw the Ducal Infantryman for... just going to throw it for cards now. Right, I'm going to move him down here. And I could focus, actually, to get him to do 8 damage and kill that point. That might not be a bad idea. That's what I'm going to do. Because that point is now dead. I don't need to worry about the bottom half of the map too much. And I've got Ducal, I've got Spearmen available to start protecting things. So I'll probably throw down the Royal Spearman and the Honourable General next turn. Royal Spearman there, Honourable General just behind. Just for the protection of it at the moment, and then next turn throw down the Ducal Spearman there and the other Royal Vanguard maybe there, so that the General can move into that square there. All the while trying to move this skirmisher back up, obviously. I have been thinking about this, folks, and I'm hoping you're finding my way of commentating at least remotely useful. I'd like to hear your thoughts on, you know, how I'm doing this, and because I'm trying to make it informative more than anything else. But if it ain't working, let me know, because what's the point otherwise? Right, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to keep that Blessing of Haste. I'm going to throw the... if I throw the Royal Spearman for resources, I can play the Ducal Spearman and the Honourable General, yeah, so let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play him there. The Honourable General can go there, and this guy can move up, because next turn he's attacking for 5, theoretically. Yeah. And then play the Royal Vanguard next turn. I could possibly play the Royal Vanguard and the other Honourable General next turn if I get something that I can just sack for resources. Druidic Power, he's now stuck in that row as well. Very nicely done. I've thrown away Purifications recently, but I do have another one in the deck. I might get lucky. That does effectively, however, cut off the bottom half of the board and the top half of the board. Fortunately, I'm only worried about the top half of the board at the moment, so that's less of an issue for me. Okay, going to try and take out the stones. Sack that, and then I can play the Honourable General and that Royal Vanguard there. That is a pretty dangerous row going on there. Next turn I can haste, and those 3 will pop, as will him and him. Oh, and him. Not that any of them really matter at the moment. He'll be doing 6 damage, he'll be doing 8, he'll still be doing only 3, which is a little annoying. But what I could do is move him over there, put the Ducal Spearman in front, because the Ducal Spearman will be doing 3, which will kill that Ragged Wolf. The General who's doing 6 can kill off the Brother of the Wolf, and then the General who's doing 8 can kill off the Great Wolf. But this is a course as long as all of these guys survive. And I don't get an awesome card come up and just allow me to run through the entire enemy position. I will sack for cards first, to see if I can get some... Ooh, there's painful. 1 free. Managing to get... See, why not play the Wolf first and then play the Rallying? That's the way round that pair should go. If you're going to drop the Wolf from the Brother of the Wolf, do it first and then play the Rallying. Because then the Rallying brings the Brother of the Wolf back up to cooldown. 1 free, so he's taken 4, 2 damage, only 4 to the next guy. Okay, so the second general, the one that I'm gonna haste next turn, does survive. Oh no. Yeah, he does, just by 1 though. Oh dear good god. Right, I'm just going to play this guy again, because that's just so fantastic. Right, another Honourable General, and then this guy gets hasted. Will you look at that? Oh no, he doesn't go off, does he? Frack. Oh well, he'll go off next. Oh man, I can't believe this. Yeah, he doesn't go off this turn, but he will go off next turn. Just naturally. Of course, it's my problem with crossbowmen and generals. They are the only 3 cooldown units on my army, but I do occasionally forget that they are free cooldown, and that the general doesn't just remove cooldown, it reduces cooldown by 2. I have to get a little bit better at that. Oh well, I'm in relatively good cheer. I think I've got a decent shot at this at the moment. The 2 on the bottom half of the board that I want to destroy are dead. The top half of the board is protected by the fact that every 2 turns he can't get his army past it. Kinfolk Veteran going down. Champion Ring kills the front guy. Fair play. Royal Skirmisher. Unfortunately, the time for you has passed, my friend. I need more cards. I need better cards. They'll both kill. Or I could move this Honourable General up. Okay, he thinks it's GG. Oh yeah, of course it is GG. Oh, yeah. GG. Or I could just move them both up and kill that point anyway. I completely forgot about that. Good thing he said GG, otherwise I wouldn't have noticed actually. Oops, that's my bad. Sweet! Yes! Yes! Give me a second and I'll get to it. You've all just seen it and we'll get to it. I always forget to turn that off. 539 ranking. Yes, folks, we're getting back up there. We haven't been this high since like 2nd week of beta, I don't think. Yeah, we're getting up there, folks. It's good. It's good. Yes, all of that gold. All of that gold. Turns out I just never bothered doing any of the trials, so meh. So I did a few of them the other night while I couldn't really record, so I just played without recording. But I was like, well, I can't do versus humans because, you know, There's the point in that if I'm not recording. You guys want to see that sort of thing. Trials, meh. Trials depend on how lucky you get sometimes, and believe me, I know. I won 3 of them by the computer doing some really stupid things that it shouldn't have. But yeah, so I now have 3,000 gold with which to buy scroll packs. So let's go out and buy some scroll packs. Vitriol Aura. Enchanted unit is attacked in melee combat. Attacker becomes poisoned for 3 rounds. Annoying, not devastating. Sandpack Memorial, I think that's my 3rd one of them. That's for dual growth energy decks. New orders. I've got a fair few of these, but they're pretty good actually. All your units have their move increased by 1 until end of turn. So if you had, say, a growth order deck and you played Dryadic Powers on someone, this would increase your move by 1, giving you back the movement that you lost from having Dryadic Power. I would suggest Transposition is probably slightly better for it, but it's still a good way of going about it. Transposition's only better because it lets you draw a card as well when you're in a growth order deck, which means you're probably playing growth order draw. Just thinking. Eternal Statue. At the start of every turn it heals 1 point of health, so if you can't kill it quickly there's no point in trying. Stagheart. Oh, this is one of the new ones. I'm really glad. Also, I won't be doing an update because I haven't got any of the new cards to actually show you. It's now well past the update time, so I'm assuming most of you guys have actually seen them. But this is one of the new one. So these work better when you've got as many of them as possible in play. So for each enchanted, for each one of the creatures, or for each enchantment of these you have played, it can be on the same creature or it can be on multiple creatures. The enchanted creature gets +1 attack, +1 health. But yeah, pretty good. Blood Boil. When enchanted unit takes damage, increase that unit's attack by 1. Would work quite nicely with Vengeance Veil, I guess. When the creature is attacked, its cooldown is reduced by 1. But I'm still not a fan of going, well, I want my units to get attacked. Until I build my suicide deck, I do have an idea for a suicide deck. You just, play a load of things that you get bonuses on when they die, like Powerbound, like Heritage, like Faith Chains. I think the new Order one that's coming out in the next patch will be like that. No, it'll be... Oh, that's it. It's Faith Duty, and I think it's out this patch. Takes 1 damage, but every enemy creature on that row gets injured by 1. So if you were to play that on a spike, on like a spearman, they'd be doing a load of damage for what they were costing and what they were taking in terms of damage. Gravelock Outcast, obviously very good in the energy growth Gravelock deck. Annoying to play against when you have to. Ranger's Bane, now we saw that earlier a couple of minutes ago. Poison creature for 3 rounds. That creature loses 1 health every round. I actually quite like playing against Ranger's Bane normally, because generally I'll have a Heritage or a Powerbound to throw on something, or a Purify to stop it from dying. Blessing of Haste, the most fantastic 1 casting cost card ever. We saw that in this game. And then my rare is Decimation, and I think that's my 3rd one of those, so I'm going to stick that in the cards that I use pretty often. Pile, and stick that in my deck. Right then, let's get another one, shall we? Inferno Blast. I hate playing against direct damage energy, but you guys have all seen that one. Damage. Oh, another Stagheart. Seriously. Wow. Okay, folks. Because these are still fairly rare, might be worth taking some of them off me. Clock Library. We haven't seen this today, but we've seen it a lot in the past. It's a pretty damn good card, really. Like I say, it's a 0/5 blocker when you need it to be. After 4 turns, if it's still alive, it gives you 3 scrolls. I know of red decks that seem to focus on that intensely. Ducal Infantryman, got loads of these already, but pretty good card, really. I prefer it over the Royal Infantryman, but that's just me. Stonepack Memorial, obviously for Growth Order dual decks. You see it a lot in the Growth Order pull series. Champion ring, +2 attack. That's it on a unit permanently. Pretty freaking good in my opinion. Every other enchantment that I know of, and that's enchantment not spell, sorry, so like focus would be a spell, so every other enchantment that I know of, to get +2 attack, you're going to be sacrificing somewhere. So like Dryadic Power I think is +2 attack and it stops you moving. Bear Paw is +2 attack and +2 health as well, but that increases your cooldown by 1. So for what it is, it's pretty good. Summons, good in certain decks. I've only got it because I haven't got enough Waking Stones available. Rumble, this as an order player is a hateful card. Opponent's units move to one step to a random adjacent empty tile, and I think it goes in attacking order. So no, sorry, I think it goes from top to bottom of the field, but I could be wrong. It might be does anyone have a random adjacent square? Yes, then they move into it, kind of thing. But I could be wrong. Flip, yes. I think that's all 3 flips I've got now. Perfect. Still haven't put that other one in my deck, but I can now do so. Flip is excellent against energy and order as well, to be fair. You know, growth not so much, but it's still a good card. Moves out things you don't need. And then the rare is Bombard. Now that is a very dangerous card. Ranged units or lobber units have their cooldown decreased by 2, which for most cases means that they're going to attack straight away. I know of very few units with cooldown 3 with ranged or lobber. Crossbowman is obviously one. There's a few others, but not many. And the last scroll pack. So we start off with a rigged. As I've said in the past, you can stick it on rigged on a proximity charge and do 8 damage to the person who is foolish enough to kill it, unless they are ranged, of course. So if you're using melee units, and most sets at the moment will, it seems, I think, you're going to have a little bit of trouble with rigged. Rigged is annoying. Horn of Ages. I see this played very rarely, and I myself have very rarely used it because of basically the way it works. You go, oh, I need them to not move this turn. If you have this card, fantastic. You probably won't though, because most often you don't really mind so much if they move. Like, it's nice to have, but there are better cards available, folks, I think, even for 1 casting cost. Eye of Eagle. Good card. If you've got a very small number of creatures in your deck, and they're very specific, it's good to have. Duke of Infantryman, obviously, we've spoken about. Champion Ring, we've spoken about. Law Memorial is Energy Order Jewel. And the last common is a Charge Coil. Despise Charge Coils. because it's 1 damage, you go, well, whatever, it's piddling. And they're always put on the flanks to try and distract you. Unless your opponent is already beating you massively. Oh, no Addy. No Addy. I'm going to go with no Addy. I'm not entirely certain. This is actually my second one of these, I think. This is from the last patch. These were added, obviously. 2/2/2, and when it comes into play, you gain 1 resource that your opponent has. 1 of each resource that your opponent has that isn't growth. Yeah. And then Heritage, fantastic, another Heritage. I've been looking forward to see if I can get a couple more of these in. When target unit you control is destroyed, draw 2 scrolls. Obviously it's not super powerful, because you've effectively played at least 2 scrolls to get a unit and then Heritage, and then you get to draw 2. So the maths works out as you break even, but of course they've had to kill that one unit, that sort of thing. So pretty good, pretty good. And my rare will be a potion of resistance for 1 resource. These are mental. All damage dealt to enchanted unit is reduced to 1 for 3 rounds. All damage, 3 rounds. It's not like Waking Stones where you go, oh well, whatever, I just have a stack that's all going to attack and then it'll go away this turn. You can play this on Iron Ogres. You can play this on Hellspitter Mortars. Yes, it's only for 3 rounds, but by God, by the end of those 3 rounds, you hate it. And that's what I'm going to leave it at the moment, folks. I'm not going to buy more just random order scrolls, because obviously I'm looking for rares so that I can stick them as the tournament pile. And as far as that goes, my plan is to just basically go every deck that I'm not using, as in my single mono order deck, all rares are otherwise available. So that'll be all of my non-order rares and things like what is it, plate armor, Knight Scholar, that sort of thing. They'll be Faith Chains, yeah, they'll be available to the winners. But we'll get more into that once I've decided the format and so on and so forth. But that'll be after I finish my last exam, which will go down on the 16th of this month. Which, if you're watching this in the far future, it is July. So after the 16th, I will start looking very seriously at how we can get a bit of a tournament going. Obviously, everyone who plays will need to have the Summoner mod in and be using the replay. Where is it? Game replay. Recall games! Exclamation mark. 1.0 at the moment, is at 1.0. Because I'd like to get. Don't need settings, I need profile. Go to profile. There we go. I'd like to get all of those replays and add them to my match history, and then watch them and then commentate them. And we can put them on YouTube. People could be like, "Oh, it's me playing. Look at this awesome thing I did." Yeah. I'm going to stop rambling, folks. I will leave it there, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one.